Hello, weirdos. I'm back. And I got Nekima, the Broodmother, and a big mug of coffee. So I hope everyone's well. It's going to be a lot of fun painting Nekima and, well, finishing her. So this is the third stream where we'll paint this miniature. Usually I try to finish a miniature in 2 streams. Some miniatures even in 1. But this time I didn't quite manage to finish the #magical swirly bits. And that's what we're gonna do now. Also my coffee. Don't worry, it's not gonna be an ASMR stream. But I've got a bit of a backlog creating bases for some miniatures there. Thank you. I think she's turned out really cool, actually, especially the wings, I think, and maybe the sword. I've done very little NMM, actually, non-metallic metal, but, or quite little at least. But I do sheet by kind of doing a little bit of illustration work, so it's kind of a similar thing. The underside of the sword doesn't look nearly as good, but maybe that's okay because we're not going to see all that much of it. But we might give a little bit of attention to that as well. Yeah, thanks a lot, Kim. Kim's back, and as ever, vigilant and helpful and lovely. So what I'm going to do now is, because I kind of want this, I want a sort of magenta magic effect that goes darker purple towards this black piece. And then I also want to build in a little bit of like yellow sparks and maybe a tiny bit of orange. We'll see how it goes. And when she's done, probably after a little break, I'm going to start painting and probably speed painting the Governor's Proxy, which was the original scheduled module for me to paint. But I think, like, yeah, I need to finish this up, right? So just very soon gonna get into it. And in an attempt to be a little bit responsible, I'm going to put on a glove and a facial mask. Not going to use a spray booth because that would be miserable with the audio, and also I don't always really find the energy to bring it out. But it doesn't work well on stream. So just for a little while, I'm going to use a little mask and look really strange. Don't think it interferes too much with the sound. Hopefully people can hear me. And to be a little bit more responsible, we're also going to switch covers for a dirtier cutting board that doesn't mind a little bit of more airbrush stuff. So to prevent getting any paint on any unwanted areas that we worked hard on, I'm going to use some plastic. I was originally going to use maybe some plastic foil, but I just going for that small plastic bag. And it probably looks a little weird, But like I'm trying to, I could use some tape here, but like this, so we're just seeing the flame or swirly thing, and there's probably going to be a little bit of like, it's difficult to, I mean, I could probably tape this thing, but I'd run the risk of ripping paint off no matter what tape I used, I think. So I think we're just gonna be okay with there being a little bit of magical swirly bit not covered, or that's not gonna get covered by magenta paint. And I think that's fine. We're gonna manage. So a little bit of eye brushing. And this sort of the black and white really helps with making like the colors more vibrant on this part and darker and less vibrant the further away you get, which is the kind of effect I want. It also, of course, matters how much coverage we're going to do. If you do several layers, you're going to get more and more saturated paint no matter what. And afterwards, we'll see if there's any paint that's magically snuck into this from underneath our little protection. And thing is, we might actually, of course, we might want some, like a little bit of magenta reflected onto the blade. I want to be quite careful with that. I hope that sound wasn't horrible. Trying to be very careful. And don't worry, we're not going to be like watching a little plastic bag this whole evening. Did manage to get a little bit of magenta on the blade there, but maybe we can turn that into a happy accident of sorts. Hi, Spiredine, how are you doing? We are like overspray. We could always like pretend it's just object source lighting, but I want way more control over this than that. So that's not what we're doing. So it's nice to see you here. How are you doing? And how's your Neverborn adventures going? It's nice and bright. Gonna let that dry for a little bit, and so one second. Go. You're hungry? I just ate. I just gulped down a lot of food and then started streaming basically. Oops, dropping paintballs. I notice a little bit of dust here. Time to paint some hair. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid it. What hair are you painting? Did I get it off? Maybe I did. Just gonna do a little bit of paint swapsies. Fresh painting my little Nephi boys. Oh, that's nice. Right, the young do have hair. And that's a shame. I'm out of yellow airbrush paint. Hi, Guslato. How are you doing? Early evening for me. Morning for you. I continue to be fascinated by such things. Yeah, I'm good. Lots of cool stuff happening. Not lots of time. busy days. I'm sorry I haven't been able to pop by your streams in a while. I thought of that earlier and I was like, yeah, gonna try and do that sometime. What are you painting right now, Guslato? Arian says, I'm loving my new paint lamp. All right, you had one of those sort of rainbow shaped lamps, right? So I really like magenta going into orange. I'm just gonna sneak some orange in here. Just happen to think that's cool. Getting out molds for the Marcus Cooper title box. I need to get that. I think maybe I'll have to order it from like Germany or something. Something's up here in Sweden with those things. Just still haven't seen it around. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Did you finish painting Barkus? You've shared it. I've totally missed it. I saw your the miniature sculpted for that painting competition. It was awesome. I'm gonna get this mask off real soon. Finished Barkus and one of the eagles so far. Nice. I've used the old Nicodem vulture as sort of a proxy for the eagle. Okay, there we go. Getting rid of that. Getting rid of the mask. Doesn't fall into sculpt the mimic can. Horrible when you can't even drink a bottle of soda or a can of soda without risking getting your face eaten. Like, those mimics, are they just the worst? They might be. Okay, cool. So we've got some magical swirly bits and stuff, and gonna adjust this just a little bit. They can be soda. They can also be worst. A mimic joke. Good one. That's a pretty good one. The German mimic, the worst kind of mimic. Not the currywurst mimic. Hope we don't offend any mimics or Germans. I won the painting contest painted as a Monster Energy can. Oh, cool. Actually, no. Yeah, must have seen that one. I saw some really cool entries. Okay. So, what brush do I want? I want this brush. How many models have you sculpted, Goslado? I mostly sculpted garlic monsters and some faces that sit around in my plant pots. And small miniature conversions and stuff. I accidentally put too much water in my wet palette, so it's kind of floating around there. On top of it still, so that's good, but still floating around the middle of a little pond. Yeah, so I kind of like magenta flowing into orange. But I'm also going to do some, like I mentioned earlier, going to do some pink sparks or something. No, yellow, not pink. Maybe both. Oh, you sculpt for 3D printing full time? That's really cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, you had a Kickstarter, right? That's really cool. You enjoying it? I need to look up your project a little more. Um, the spring just won't slow down for me, and yeah, I'm kind of tired complaining about that. It's also cool. It might also be that I'm used to a slower pace, and I'm very overwhelmed when there's a slightly higher one. I don't know. Had a couple of Kickstarters now. Also doing some work on a Patreon with the guy I did most recent Kickstarter with. I really enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun to take an idea out of my brain, but into my computer and then eventually hold it in my hands. Yeah, it's a really cool process. I can really see that. That's really cool. Being a miniatures enthusiast and you can make whatever you want. Is there a miniature that you've done that you're extra excited about or extra fond of? I still get tired of feeling of holding something in my hands that was previously only some never good. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that being something that's difficult to tire of. So we'll see if this, like, I guess the danger here is that I'll overpower the rest of the miniature. Um, we'll see if I can walk that balanced or manage to balance that. I kind of like working with yellow, orange, and magenta and trying to find something interesting. Something really eye-catching. So I want something really eye-catching, but I don't want it to be completely overpowering the miniature. Should I paint this top blonde when all the others are black-haired? Yes, do it. Do it, Spider-Dime. Hi, Spilled Paint Pot. How are you doing? Welcome. This loud asks, which paints are you using for the bright magenta and orange? Well, the magenta is, what's it called? It's Vallejo. I dropped it on the floor, didn't I? It's Vallejo. It's a good reminder. Vallejo Game Air Warlord Purple. And I've actually just mixed in gold yellow to make the orange. So it's Warlord Purple plus gold yellow. Because I realized I don't have an orange. Or do I? I actually might have an orange game. Orange air. No. Yeah, I don't have an orange airbrush paint, so, and I had some magenta left in the airbrush, so just put yellow in there and just throwing my paint on the ground. Yeah, well, it wasn't a dropper battle, so it it wasn't that bad of a problem. And now I'm just like poking in some gold yellow into that mix. Spilled Paint Pot is doing fantastic, and that is so nice to hear. Awesome. I'm really doing well too. Super stressed about stuff, but also drinking coffee and painting miniatures. There's a lot of stuff you can just solve by drinking more coffee and painting more miniatures. And friends. The power of friendship, right? This whole orange magenta thing, if you followed my Instagram, you might recognize it. Although it was a while ago. I actually have done some stuff. Some demonic stuff in this sort of effect on that before. Spill says, Guslava says, yay coffee. And yes, yay coffee. Spill says, friends and minis are great. They are. And the minis can also be your friends. And if you're a Guslava, you can also just make your friends into minis, I guess. Brighttime says, friendship is magic and magic is heresy. Heresy is friendship? Guslado really loves how great the sword turned out. Thank you. That's really nice to hear. Yeah. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Quite well. It was a lot of fun to paint. We'll see if because the underside doesn't look as good, but who cares? Maybe, I don't know. Necromancy is a great way to make new friends. Yes, I concur. Although I personally don't know how to do it, but like theoretically, yes. Pesuma Java. Did I hear magic? Unloads fireballs. Also asked, did I miss Stewart or is it happening later or another day? Great sword mistake. Looks freaking cool. Thanks a lot. That's really nice to hear. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Well, we'll speed paint the Steward after the break. Is the plan. And after the Steward, the next stream, there's going to be more Neverborn goodness. Neverborn badness. I might try and fit in some badassery then. There's going to be nightmares at least. I'm going to be pinning nightmares on stream. Almost the same power level. Yeah, almost. Steward has a pretty good damage track when dying. Thing is, the Steward was meant as a sort of buffer miniature. Like, I didn't know if I managed to get Nekima done in time or not. And I always kind of like I thought maybe like if I need more time for Nekima, I can just grab some Guild Steward time. We might not finish the Guild Steward, but I think that's okay. It's gonna get a little bit of time in Spotlight. It might be like a backup miniature that comes back like all sneaky like if I do complete something early. Because that's also something that's useful to have. Blonde tot will look cool. I'm sure it will. Your side chick? Well, my next tot will be a blonde. Yes. Yummy paint. So spring is really here in Sweden now, and it's amazing. At least in Gothenburg. I love it. What? I love it. hopefully, yeah, I feel like I've got some energy coming from the spring sun, and well, pollen's not going to be awesome, but at least I personally get kind of mild pollen symptoms. You know, although like during COVID, it was horrible to have like pollen sneezes and stuff and in public. That was just horrible. Like you sneeze from pollen and people murder you with their gazes. They're like, "How dare you be outside?" I really felt like they wanted to kill you. I'm even stuttering. I'm traumatized, kind of. Pesu says, is it okay if I say Pesu? Pesu says, need to start Mr. Cooper though. Translucent molds are freaking cool to paint. You got any advice to keep lines? I kind of suffer with parts which when I leave just plastic show redness. Advice to keep lines? Well, you mean like for the sort of the transition? I like to do, or I've done a sort of dotted line where you got like a transition, which is oh no, the typists are fine, by the way. I'm just sometimes I misunderstand people, so I'm just asking. Like a little bit of sort of dot work to make a transition, and but you could also like glaze it to try and get a smoother one. Airbrushing thin layers could really help. Claudia says all that pollen talk reminds me that I need to get my allergy shots. You have like allergy shots for pollen and stuff? Maybe that's a thing here too. Just that I don't really have any documented pollen allergy. Some people have a horrible time with pollen, and undocumented my blonde dot is angry. You know, that's an angry blonde. Yeah, but it's just a little allergy that's undocumented. I'm not undocumented. I've got documents, probably. Pretty sure I'm some sort of Swedish citizen. Pretty sure. Pollen is pain. That's a really cool line. Secret documents? Hopefully not. But you know, some countries can be scary. I hope it might be that it just confused you there. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Secret documents? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Honest. This conversation is confusing. I think Sweden has some creepy history of registering, like keeping creepy, strange lists about its inhabitants. Week of work? Oh, do you work like you say it's a week of work? Do you work a few weeks and then have one off or something? No, it's just you said a week of work. Does it mean like that it's a week with extra much work, or that you kind of work like work a few weeks, then have a week off or something? League match. Tell me about the league match, if you want. A week off work. Oh, sorry. Yeah, week off work. That's nice. I honestly did not try and intentionally misunderstand you there. I just didn't figure it out. I thought it was like a week of work. I'm just stupid sometimes. Gonna play Wrestlers. Nice. Nice. I had a game scheduled this Sunday, but my friend got COVID in their family, so that was canceled. Sucky. I hope they're better soon. Spell it wrong, sure. Easy mistake to do, but like I could have just understood what he meant, but I didn't. You excited for the game? So much fun. Awesome. Never born Lucius against Wrestlers Reva. Oh, never born Zoraida. Witch hunt indeed. Oh, so you're playing Reva? Or are you playing against wrestlers? I have no idea about vassal leagues. Maybe. Might be a local league that Vashil is playing in. Zoraida against Reva. Cool. Zoraida. I love Zoraida. She's so cool. I remember, I think maybe it was Joel Henry who kind of started calling her, I might be wrong, Zoraida Shenani Granny, and that's such a fun nickname. The Shenani Granny. Spire says, hair done. Now the blonde tot looks like he's trying to go Super Saiyan. Awesome. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Spilled? Yeah, it's really fun with monsters that have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of possibilities. It's a lot of fun. Some darkening, like painting some thin layers of magenta mixed with black here to darken the top a little bit. Might actually do that in a few spots down here as well to add some contrast. Don't know if it's a good idea or not, but probably. Contrast tends to be a good idea, I think. The Shenani Granny. Oh no! Not Shenani Granny. Pandoran kind of really cool. For sure. I got smashed by Pandora in a tournament. What was that? Not lost tournament. Anyway. But that was before the Pandora 2 errata. Where you kind of can attack her, sort of. Probably would have lost either way against such a good player and not having played against her before. But yeah, Pandora's Crew is really characterful and scary. Spelled says, I'm so close to finishing my family keyword. Maybe another 2 hours from some more details, and last few months will be done. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing the finished crew. I'm sure you'll feel good having finished all of it. Spartan has food. I'm actually quite full. So I'm not even jealous. I tend to be. But I'm happy you got food. Now that you say that, Rachel, that's true. I didn't think of that. You'll have to grudge match me or something. That's a thing anymore. Sorry. Don't know if you heard that neck crack. Besides this, I was actually really excited to lose the last game I played. One of my newer players has really been pushing and improving his gameplay. Finally put out the W against me the win by 1 point. Awesome! As a proud, impressed Guslado. Yeah, it's cool. And it's nice that you can be... it's nice to be able to be happy about a loss like that. Being happy that a friend is improving. That's a beautiful thing. It's quite impressive. Yeah, it didn't feel amazing, actually. More like, I mean, I wished it did. It kind of felt like it's just I make that sound, that crack, several times a day, and I'm trying to work on it. Trying to work on exercising and stretching and stuff. Like school, I've like made noises stretching, and classmates have been like staring at me, scared or worried, at least for me, probably. Feels good. But this weekend, hot baths and saunas await me, so maybe things are gonna get better. Certainly not a Finn, so I'm not very cool when it comes to saunas. I'm not a badass sauna goer, sauna bather. Basker, yes, but I can enjoy it. Oh, I can open the door for you, Vicky. So trying for my first tournament coming up this Saturday. Yeah, you'll get there. It is a difficult game. Challenging. You have a sauna date this weekend? Awesome. Well, like, not finish, but at least I got some Finnish blood in me. So, and saunas are really popular in Sweden too. Although Finland is certainly the land of the sauna. And, well, origin. Hi, Kim. But there are some saunas in the US? Maybe in cooler states? I mean, I'm kind of guessing there are a few in Minnesota, maybe? In the gym. Yeah. You have them in spas as well, and bathing houses and stuff generally. Some people have them at home. Right, you said earlier you're going to Pennsylvania. It's where my room is from. Yeah, it's quite a big thing, for sure. With sauna over here. I'm sometimes worried of getting a little dizzy, so I don't sit too far up for very long. A weakling, I know. Infrared saunas. They're confused. I forgot what they even are. I think I've been in one. A lot of different strange saunas. So maybe we should try just carefully painting in a little bit of some magenta glazes, some areas too, maybe some orange, to do sort of a careful little OSL attempt. And I almost dropped my paintbrush. Sparius says it was in a place called Spa World or in Japan, and it had an okay finish sauna, but my favorite was the Spanish bath. What's a Spanish bath like? It's like a Roman one? Like, I've been to Japan, but I never went bathing. Maybe next time. Placing a bit here under her boobs and go. Spanish bath is a bar you sit in naked with foot bath and football on the TVs. If I could swap from football to something I find more interesting, I'd be all in. we need an esport Spanish bath. maybe. An e-bath. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Oh, lots of birds outside trying to hook up. Beautiful sound. Hooves and horns. Hey, sounds like if there was a Nephilim spa, it'd be called Hooves and Horns, right? Do Nephilim have spas? I'm gonna guess no. Nephilim pub? Oh. Surely they need massages at times. Okay, nice of you to pop by. See you later. So what do we think of this magical effect? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Sorry. You liking them? Awesome. I'm glad to hear. Maybe a bit too fiery for my taste, this Spiridine. Maybe we need more different colors. Thank you. Yeah, maybe it is a bit fire-like. Certainly. Um, well, I kind of want the sort of aggressive nature of fire, but with some like cinders in it, but also like want it to be a little vague what it actually is. We could maybe work in a little bit of turquoise. That could be cool. Angus Lattis says it. Random thought. Some random blue dots in the magic would establish as magic and not fire. Yeah. We thought almost the same thing. It's a good idea. Let's try it. Yeah, turquoise and magenta is pretty cool. But that was a little rough. Mm. Hmm. Well, it's fun experimenting. So we'll see where we end up. Spyro says, "Why are all my brushes so bad?" I don't know. Is this a pun? I feel like this could be a pun. Um, or maybe not. Do you use brush soap? Oh, that's frustrating. Fine before you took a break from painting in general, or like a break today? Okay, so working in turquoise is fun. It's fun. Longer break of a few weeks. Oh, did you? Yeah, it's possible that some pain has gotten into the ferrules. That's annoying. Brushes just won't hold forever though. Like They can be great. They can be good for a very long time, but they probably won't be amazing like for too long of a time. Depends how careful you are and how good you are with cleaning them, of course. So what are people thinking? Are we overpowering the rest of the paint job doing this? Oh, that's horrible. Frustrating. You should tell them to get their shit together. Don't you think? What brand of brushes are they? Oh yeah, I'd say that explains it. I think a lot of GDub's brushes get bad really quickly. It's just my experience. I don't know. So sucks. Um, I quite like Citadel paints, but I don't really like their brushes. Maybe try and put a little bit of Winsor and Newton make good brushes. I'm currently painting with Feldherr Kolinsky. Um, a little cheaper. Also, like Raphael. I think an easy little pitfall with the Winsor and Newton brushes is to accidentally buy their miniature brushes, which are, in my opinion, not the ones you're gonna want to paint miniatures with finally, because you want a thicker body on your brush. In my opinion, to hold more paint. Yeah, 37 are good. Good stuff. Damn it! I get such a blob there. Thick body. Yeah, they're good. This is Thick Body Appreciation Stream. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Point two brushes are great as long as you can keep the thing, yeah, the point good. Damn, it works so hard sometimes. I currently don't really like my two brushes. Their points have just deteriorated just a little bit. So I'm currently, well, using them a little bit less than might want to. I need to buy some more, I suppose. Try to take good care of them. I really try. Well, I think we've got an interesting effect for sure. If we think the effect is a little, you like it, yay! It's a little like too blotchy. You can always glaze some places with, like, I don't know. In this case, probably a little bit of orange / magenta in some places. Might help. maybe just a tiny bit of orange on her chin. I think it's easy to just, for me at least, to just pause a bit whenever I need to say some of the body parts in English, because chin, like cheeks in Swedish is kind, which is kind of like the English chin. Or chinny chin chin, yeah. I like ankle in Swedish is vrist, which is really confusing at times. For me at least. Maybe I just suck. I don't think so. Ankle is like the wrist of the foot. Sure. Sure. I mean, it could be worse, but in a way, yeah, it could be worse. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. See, now I'm just confused. Confuzzled. You usually just point to a part and say this part. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that kind of works. Hmm. Some solid advice. Well, yeah. Well, it's a little. Thank you. Hmm. Kind of what happens when one language is as dominant as English is, I suppose. Do, 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 do. Also, kind of sort of surrounded by English speakers, or like my roomie and my one of my sisters, her fiance, and my other sister lives in Scotland. So yeah, there's a lot of English. Three because a lot of this English is like three languages in a trench coat. Yeah, maybe. Spire says I'm usually better at liquid advice. Oh, well, so like advice concerning like liquids, like beer and stuff. Or what are we? Is there some joke here I'm missing? I feel like there often is. Why do I feel like it looks worse after that glazing attempt? Hmm. annoying. Maybe I should just give the little governor's proxy some attention soon. Solid advice, liquid of clever, clever indeed. You made a physics joke. Indeed, quite impressive. Is anyone else a little strangely excited about the Renfield movie? Like, my relationship to Nicolas Cage is, um, I used to hate him, and then I kind of ended up in being a little fascinated, sort of. Like yeah, film seems fun. Mm-mm-mm-mm. This slide says, kind of makes sense. English is such a weird language, considering all of the different peoples at some point in time controlled England. Been going down the rabbit hole of a medieval history of England before England was unified England because I started watching The Lost Kingdom. Oh, I have not heard of The Lost Kingdom. Is it a documentary or fiction? Historical fiction. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Where do you watch that? Would you recommend it? So Netflix takes place around. Oh, okay. The Danish Viking occupation of England. Ah, interesting. Um. Okay, so looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Is this where we leave off to paint the? Nah, don't give the Danes too much credit. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of sort of Norwegians We can't let the Danish feel too cocky either. Rivals. Yeah, I think maybe we're good here. Looks pretty cool. So okay, yeah, makes sense. That does ring bells. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a little break, and then we'll come back and paint. We'll slap some paint on the Danish proxy. It's not what it's called, but it could have been. So, quick little break. 5 minutes. Hello. Thank you. I might have to look that show up. I recently watched White Lotus. I really enjoyed it. You guys seen it? Bear skin? What? Bear skin? Bear skin? I'm confused. Okay, so let us leave Nekima here at this staging point. Yeah. And let us say hello to the governor's proxy. One smug little bastard. How are you basing her? Maybe on like sort of like a peer. I think like Malifaux Docs or something. Because I got some 3D printed bases of some acquaintances from Denmark, so might actually do that. That will mean I have to paint magical swirly bit reflections in the ocean on the base. So that could be cool or herbal. Either. Oh. We'll see when I get around to it. Hopefully soon. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little some basic airbrushing on this here governor. See if I can lay down some groundwork. And I'll do kind of like a zenithal. With a sort of sepia tone. Mask. Yes, yes. I should be responsible. No such thing as a governor's proxy. Is that? You know what? It's the guild steward. I keep calling it the governor's proxy because that was what it was called back in my day. But yeah, you're right. It's a guild steward. I keep calling it the governor's proxy. Guess he swapped jobs. Oops. That was unintentional. Educational stream indeed. Yes. And this also shows off a little bit of a F up. Actually throwing on a little bit gray. Or to not do things is also educational. True, true. Aha, that was what I was trying to show you all along. Honest. And Slaughter says, as my wife always says, no one is useless. They can always be a cautionary tale. Yeah, awesome. That's a lovely saying. And I notice now that I was in a little bit of a hurry assembling this miniature because there's a bit of a seam there which I haven't really covered up. Guild approves, says Paso. Yeah. I do like my guild stuff. So I'll just pour this into my pot of dubious paint, which is a collection of leftover paint that mixes into a lovely sort of drab grayish brown. Quite lovely, yes. The dubious paint pot. Can always use it for something. So we got some grays and sepias and stuff. Some tones going on. Got sick of the mask. Pesus says, were you the one who converted cavaliers to some tournament? Yes. Yes, indeed, I was. And I proceeded to give them a bit of a reputation for being a bit strong. Yeah, I did. Had a lot of fun. Managed to win the tournament, beat the Danes, and beat the other Swedes, and it was a lovely time. We're being raided with a party of 78. This is madness. Oh my. Oh my. Hi. How are you doing? Now I'm very self-conscious because I just I put away my fancily painted miniature and just started throwing paint on this guild steward. Yeah, but if anybody wants to see the Nekima Broodmother, then yeah, just holler. Yeah, they are a little broken. At least probably the artillerist version is maybe a little too good. I don't know. I could do with it a few tweaks. A lot of fun to play though. Show off Nekima to all the raiders. Yeah, but are they like raiding with 78? Are they here? Only seen 9 years. Well, we painted this lady. We are here, says Teague like League. I painted, oops, and then I show off this flame. Painted this Nephilim lady, Mama. Tonight I actually just painted /day/2 afternoon. Just painted the magical swirly bits and a little bit of careful OSL. Don't keep your numbers visible. A good way to go insane. Yeah, fair. Thank you. Nothing but lie. Sneaky. Glad you like it. Butts 1000. That's a funny nickname. And yeah, so since I kind of finished this up, I mean, like there's always some tweaking you can do, and probably a lot of touch-ups that I could/should do, but I don't. Hi, cat. There's gonna be a tail in. Yeah, there was a dark shadow in front of the camera, and that was a cat's tail. Gislado says butts 1 through 999 must have been taken. Was that the case? If you're going to be butts, you got to be serious about it. Now I kind of just want to watch Berserk, but they just say butts whenever they say guts. Wonder if that's good. So, quick little painting session on this guy, because he deserves some paint. I left off the quill, at least for now, because like it's difficult to know where to put it. I know a few people have, because like in the artwork, there's a quill that hovers above this hand. This hand, which is got a little glue string there. Oh, well. And can be difficult to make stuff hover in real life. Impressive butts and guts, though. True. Have fun with the puppers, Guslado. So, how's everyone doing? And for those of you who have not internet met yet, my name's Elinore, and I'm streaming for Play Weird first and third Tuesday every month. Well, it's probably the most unused parts of any model. Yeah. Like I know a few people have like glued it into his hand because there's like a tiny little pit or hole or cavity in his hand, and you can probably glue it there, but I feel like it would break off really easily. You could put the thank you. You could put the quill in the belt maybe. Yeah, this guy has a pretty good butt too. Welcome back, Vashil. Mr. Cooper, prepare thy butt. Right. It's easy to get confused because there's this Colette alternative miniature called Mr. Cooper, and then you've also got Lord Cooper, right? Yeah, well, we're trying to keep it PG, but then someone walks in and has the nickname of Butt 1000, and I mean, I think it's still PG. Kids like butts, but they're funny. Decent butt is a great asset for a model to have. Yeah. So this little guy looks pretty drab and boring right now because you jumped into an early stage of painting. Nothing flashy, but I'm gonna try and do something that looks decent pretty quickly. So, like I airbrushed it with some grays and CPS, and then shading with some black, and some more thin down black. And then we're going to try and highlight it up fairly quickly. Doctor's approval is a very good approval to have. I'm not sure that's a great idea, but I said the word. Fuel. So Raiders, what's on your painting tables? Raiders. Such cool lingo. Says Granny, miniature painting lady. Spartan says, didn't SPs used to have any saying that? What? Oh, steam powered scoundrels, right, of course. Acronyms. Don't ask me. I haven't listened to them. Nothing against them. I just get a headache, okay? Just get a headache. They're a little intense. Lovely, but a little intense. Part of their USP, probably. Heard a lot of good things about their podcast. Word loves buds. Butts are so 2E though. There's a blackbird singing outside, and it just fills my heart with joy. I love blackbirds. Their singing is beautiful. Pesu says, so is calling Stewart governor's proxying official announcement. That's just me being old. I played in first edition, okay? Malfoy Burns was all about that magic effect. The madness is about them pets. Yeah. A lot of pets in Madness of Malifaux. They can't fool us. It's basically just pets of Malifaux, right? Clever retorts. Which was the clever retort? I'm easily confused. I need to get up to date for the story. Spinal Tap's Big Bones playing in my head. I'm not sure I've heard that one, actually. Just be referencing things from 10 minutes stream would be like, what the hell? Yeah. It's easy to get confused. Thanks for being understanding. The Miniman Cat. That's a good nickname. Mech Warrior. Don't. Yeah, here we go, Mech Warrior again. Like, I don't understand. Okay. What's a Mech Warrior reference? You guys. I'm confused. Mechs are cool. That's about the input I can give. They're way cooler than bow ties. Mad Cat was a mech from Mech Warrior. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for explaining things to me. Because, like, I've understood Mech Warrior is it's both a miniatures game and a video game, or well, several. Was it confirmed that From Software are gonna make another mech game? And which mech game did they make? I don't recall. And an RPG. Oh. Yeah, mech RPG makes sense, I think. I've tried to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I failed. I've been so bored. It feels like a crime saying that, but I just kind of fall asleep. And I don't necessarily think. Okay, I tend to like slow stuff. I don't know what it is. Speaking of mechs. Um, Great Depression anime. Nothing goes nicely and everything is fucked. Yeah, yeah, it's a little depressing. I've gathered as much. From Software should make a Malifaux game. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. But says mechs are cool in pretty much any context. That's my take too. Yeah. Kirai Angry Souls. Not a bad one, Defective. Hmm. Summoners tend to be good villains, right? But it's also interesting to uh, try and make good mechanics from summoning, I suppose. Rule 34, mechs are relying on being cool. Is that Rule 34? Also, that rule thing, is there like a list of rules? I just sounded like the most internet noob ever. It's like, is there like a list of rules? God. Guys, is there like a list of rules? I don't understand. I just forgot like these strange rules of the internet. Like if they're just randomly picked numbers for funsies, or if there's actually some sort of classic list. I don't remember anymore. Granny Elinore, indeed. Sold. Several, but most rules are made up right when they wrote the list. Okay. Who are they? 34 comes from a specific comic. Okay. That makes sense. The meme lords is probably the answer to who are they, although maybe memes didn't quite exist back then as a term. I don't know. I need to retake internet, it seems. I wonder if I'm gonna get my internet revoked. Whenever I start my computer again, it's gonna say no internet, and when I try to connect, it's gonna say no, revoked. I think that's what's gonna happen, actually. I hope not. Luckily, there's VPN. Don't let your meme be just dreams. Beautiful. Quite beautiful. What, memes are from the 70s? Oh my god. Really? That's interesting. Unless that's just a meme. Oh, they have? Need to. Learn a lot of things today. I mean, it makes sense. An idea that propagates itself as like a gene. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Horns and hooves done. Awesome. Well done. What's next? Loincloths. Nice. What color are you painting them? In loin color or cloth? A little bit more fuel. Does the guild steward get run much in the game? Fairly, or at least used to. I think guild has gotten a lot more competitive stuff since the book with titles, but I think it's still run a fair amount. Because, like, I mean, it's got condition removal and healing and gives out focus. So there's a lot of masters that like that. It's a very good utility piece with a pretty strange defensive ability. Yeah, ever since the guild mage, it's not quite as mandatory anymore, but like they're both good utility. And guild mage gives out healing and mark removal and stuff, but it doesn't really give out focus or remove conditions from friendlies, if I recall correctly. I'm a little tired today, so I might just mess things up. Yeah, focus is very strong. So it's a very solid support piece. Like with Perdita 2, you probably have all the focus you're ever gonna wish for. So maybe not so much used there, but a lot of other ones. What are your favorite masters in guild? Pesu? Sorry if I'm annoying not spelling out the whole nickname. I just feel like I'll butcher it. As I'm butchering this experimental skin tone. Yeah. Dita 2, most hated is Dita 2. Oh, what? You love hate Dita 2 then? It's calling Wash Beaver? Wait, what? Now I'm confused. I decided to go for that slightly less. Pessimist means Washing Beaver is Mayava. Oh. Oh. In what language? Trash Panda Cheernick. What? I'm so confused. I am confusion. Oh, it's finished. Top tier finished stream. Woo! Cool. And the Italian champion as well. It's an honor to have such lovely guests at such a weird stream. Mm-hmm. Pesumayaba. Is that how you say it? I butchered it, right? Probably butchered it. Don't butcher the beaver. You gotta wash it. I didn't mean for that to be weird. Being the chat ignores. Just saying things. It's sometimes it's difficult to be a streamer because you just try and say things, and then you've said things. You know. Ugh. Try and behave. I didn't mean to, honest. Oh god. I'm gonna be cancelled and fired. Or they'll just wash over. Yeah, it is. I'd like to try and defend myself by stating that I am Swedish. I didn't know any better. Swedes, known for being the most obnoxious people on earth. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, quite. Swedes are terrible. Yeah. Spider-Man, remind me to make a tarantula joke later. This is great streaming content. Um, I got branded okay as a people. Woo! Yeah, almost speak 3. I'm getting there. Slowly, though, I slowed down. Almost 9? That's overpowered, dude. Calm down. What the heck? 9? It's not even legal. You're even allowed to speak 9 languages. 9. It's crazy. You almost speak 9? Liar. Liar. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Leave some for the rest of us. Damn. We finished top 1 player. The Italian one as well, right? Maybe I should just stop bragging for Spiredine soon. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's hard to get to a point where you can actually speak a language sometimes. Well, I guess you can just, if you move someplace, I don't know. But it's extra difficult probably when you're an English speaker native, because people will just swap to English, right? Depending on where you are. I feel like I'm butchering this model. It's not going great. That's very impressive. So which are the 9 ones? Swedish, Finnish, and English. And then you're not allowed to say Klingon. Everyone knows Star Trek is for nerds. French, Japanese are the other 2. Oh. You can speak Japanese? That's cool. Pesu, are you Johnny, Johnny, or are you a different Finn? German, Russian, Latin are a bit iffy. I can say a few phrases. I can probably. I guess I have tourist Spanish, but I want to learn more. Okay. Finish minion. Well, not too bad either. When I have money in future, in distant future, I might go to some Finnish tournament when I'm not a poor student. Managing Norwegian and Danish. Norwegian doesn't count. It's just Swedish. It's just drunk Swedish. Danish is impressive though. Like I don't understand what the heck they're saying. That's a good mantle to have, to wear. You should be proud. This guy has like the best haircut ever out of Malifaux miniatures, I think. Very Dr. Robotnik. Danish is Swedish with hot potatoes in your mouth. Or porridge. But yeah, probably potatoes. If anyone thinks we're mean, it's just Scandinavian small talk. Utility Spanish. Yeah, I can see that. Would be cool to go to New York sometime. Or should we call it Nya Jorvik? Speaking of what we were speaking of before. I hope that's true. Danish passport. I obviously I don't hope that's true, but like it's funny. Probably really obnoxious, but funny, right? Nya Jorvik. Sure. Are you being pedantic? Yeah, I've noticed. I like you anyway. I promise. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I feel like this guy needs some bushy eyebrows. Who has the best slash worst haircuts of Malifaux? And why is this one the best and Victoria's the worst? Wait, that's my opinion. You don't have to agree. Haircut, because I'm painting hair currently. I feel like it should be a wiser, more elegant proverb. Don't you? A credit? Darius? What? What is that? When I painted the Nelly tile, I wrote fire stuff in her book. So I could just write law stuff. A fancy word for butt. How silly of you. Just silly. Silly, silly. Yeah, law stuff. List of equipment and tax figures, etc. Yeah, fair. It's a steward, so yeah. Hmm. Hmm. True. Oh, that gives me a silly idea. Will I even succeed in writing this? What? Wonder what you're referencing. I don't know if this shows in the camera, but I feel like it should be a recipe for stew. It's not very um readable just yet. Damn it. Well, this steward likes. Well, he's got a recipe for stew in his book. There's nothing a steward does, right? You mean a steward is not someone who cooks stew? Yeah, this is a horrible joke, I know, but he stews hard. Indeed. Watered a river and made a stew? Maybe. I don't know. Not a steward. Just trying to capture the essence of one. Yeah, it's the warden of the stew. That's how I understood it anyway. Time to royally screw up painting eyes. Pured? I'm sorry, but that's sure. Sure. Time to let washes dry. Recently had some trouble with washes drying white in the recesses, even if I shake them a lot. It's really annoying. Glossy. That can be annoying too. Yeah, like I have a wet palette as well, but I just sometimes the thumb is kind of just there, you know? Sometimes the thumb is just there. Sometimes. Yeah, that's what I always say. So will I see you guys at the Swedish Nationals? Completely understand if I will not. But in September we're playing the Swedish Nationals. We shall be hosting here in Gothenburg. Just outside, but very easy to reach from the city central station. Just 10 to 15 minutes train ride. And then it's just beside the train stop. Unlikely. Aw. Well, I understand. Money and time and stuff is always what it is. We invade. Invasions would be fun though. Not a good month. September is a great month. I like Septembers. Not where time is concerned. Well, I'm sorry to hear. I hoped it was. So we'll be wrapping up. And Stewie got speed painted, just adding some quick metals to the chain. And certainly needs some touch-ups, but he's painted. And we finished Nekima. Glad you enjoyed the stream. So now, yeah, tomorrow is haunted with botanist fun. Well, I don't want to miss that. Awesome. So, yeah. Those are my socials. Thank you for a great stream. Follow me on the socials. And yeah, that's the Stew Award. And this is Nekima. Thanks a lot for hanging out with you guys. It's been a lot of fun, as usual. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care, stay weird, and stay safe, and all that stuff. Bye-bye.